My mother-in-law and my father-in-law purchased this house in 1971. She was able to get it back to the date 1775.
If ever you were asked to turn back the hands of time,
Although she felt definitely that this was an older structure.
the starting point might seem, at the very least, daunting.
This is the other original downstairs room.
That was the case for Susan Wynkoop.
There are just so many characteristics of this home.
Many of them restored to the period she figured it was built.
The Dutch that came over.
But making it official required time and, better yet, lots of digging.
1858, 1867, Burr family.
For that, she backed in to help, much of it from this man,
The parish of Greens Farms.
fellow Westporter Bob Weingarten, who himself learned how to track the origins of his own home.
Deeds, maps, street directories. In 1835, old papers, tax records, tapes, the built dates. I came to the Historic District Commission. They didn't have any records. I came to the society. They had no records. But there was an individual here who said, why don't you do the research yourself?
So he did. But in the end, the proof is in the plaque.
It's just very significant to be able to say, here's a house, here's the date it's built.
Which brings us back across town to Susan Wynkoop, whose home had a plaque, but the date didn't seem right. Together, they dug deep. All the while, that for which they searched lay hidden in the floorboards.
Back in 1687, the King of England made a statement that white pine in the colonies was the property of the Navy.
At the time, white pine wasn't available to the colonists, meaning Wynkoop's white pine floors had to be in place before that decree. A confirmation of a fact she'd long knew.
That led to the date 1683 to 1687.
A time that predates even the founding of Westport, making hers the oldest house in town. So on a day when the nation comes together to turn yet another page of its history, here at home, pieces continue to be uncovered.
I think to understand where we're going in the future, you really have to understand where we have been in the past.